During the current situation we're undergoing internationally, COVID-19, many people find themselves bored and may be taking up some new hobbies to ease their boredom. If Lynn County would make it legal for side-by-sides, in other words, ATVs, to be driven on secondary roads, this would open up so many opportunities for people who have an ATV. Personally, my parents and lots of my family members have side-by-sides, and it's just awesome getting to be outside together and enjoying each other's company and getting away from the busy world we live in. If Lynn County was open for ATVs, then I could go to 600 acres without having to haul it by trailer and drive all the way to my grandparents' house in Lakota, about an hour-and-a-half drive from where I live. Through research, I will show the rising popularity of the power sport and how it can help the local economy, share my personal experiences of how side-by-sides have impacted my life in a positive way, and argue some counterclaims that may be reasons to object ATV riding on secondary roads in Lynn County. To begin, let's focus on some research that shows the power sport is becoming widely popular and how accepting the sport in Lynn County would help our local economy. According to Telegraph Herald, a Dubuque daily newspaper, authorities in nearly half of Iowa's 99 counties allow some form of all-terrain or utility vehicle riding on public roadways. This just goes to show that this type of recreational activity is becoming a thing to do here in Iowa. Well, okay, cool, it's becoming a thing to do here in Iowa. Why should Lynn County care about this and bring it to their area? Well, according to the West Virginia News Channel, towns in the area have gotten big boosts from tourists coming for recreational activity. Allowing people to drive ATVs on the road will bring more people into town and spend money at local businesses. The West Virginia News Channel also stated, I think it will be great for local businesses from small hotels to the restaurants to the gas stations. The ATV ordinance will be great overall. This just goes to show that if Lynn County were to do it, it would be great for our local economy because there's so many small town businesses and a bunch of back gravel roads where the county could work towards making trails for tourists and for the locals. It would allow people to have fun, which attracts them in, and it brings revenue for the shops. It's a win-win. Furthermore, now I want to focus on my personal experiences that would vouch for why side-by-sides being legal in Lynn County would bring family and friends together in a way that doesn't involve the normal technology-consumed lifestyles we live. I experience anxiety. Side-by-siding is a coping mechanism for me. It gets me out in the fresh air and gets me a little dirty from the mud puddles and the dusty roads, which soothes my nerves. We went up to Black River Falls, Wisconsin for a trip after finals last year, and it calmed me down from all that studying, put me in a better mental state while spending quality time with my family. My Aunt Julie has experienced breast cancer. In the fall, we did a breast cancer trail run on the side-by-sides because that's something she enjoyed doing with all her grandkids and husband. She was too weak to do the breast cancer walk held in downtown Cedar Rapids, so we did that as an alternative. It brought us all together in a fun way that eased our emotions towards the situation. According to Polaris Off-Road, an ATV manufacturer, explains side-by-siding as tooling around on trails. Whether they're actually on the campground property or simply nearby, it's a great centerpiece to your off-road family camping trip. This is just one more point that wraps up my idea that side-by-siding is a great way to get out and enjoy your time away from the television and all your social media sites. Additionally, the last point I want to clear up is some objections that may be made allowing side-by-sides in Lynn County, such as safety concerns. Cars are dangerous too, but we still use them to get from point A to point B. And they're even used for leisurely reasons. People also abuse their driving privileges in their cars, their trucks, their motorcycles, you name it. But we still don't live in fear and wipe them out completely for everybody. Noise complaints are also a concern. People who are against side-by-sides feel people will be too rowdy on them, blaring loud music and driving on other people's property and not following the trail signs and flying through a farmer's field. How do we handle this? Through laws and regulations, just like we have set up for every other leisurely activity. According to Lifelines, wearing a helmet when you're riding and purchasing a 5-point harness is the best way to keep you safe from a dangerous collision nobody hopes to happen, as well as the obvious that are illegal and irregular vehicles such as driving impaired or driving recklessly. To conclude, through research, I showed the rising popularity of the power sport and how it could help the local economy. Shared my personal experiences of how side-by-sides have impacted my life in a positive way, and argued some counterclaims that may be reasons to object ATV riding on secondary roads in Lynn County. Everybody seems to have that one hobby that they really enjoy and are passionate about, which makes them want others to learn about it so they can join in on the fun too. That's the main reason I think it'd be so neat for Lynn County to make it legal, because it's just more opportunities to have fun as long as everybody stays safe. Imagine this summer when quarantine is still happening and you can get out and breathe fresh air while remaining a good social distance. Playing in the mud puddles and breaking the dust, seeing the dust fly behind, and hoping for the day when you can ride with your friends and family, and when you can ride legally in Lynn County.